All right, we're gonna head out about 2 miles into Long Island Sound right now. Water temperature 74, so we're not in North Carolina today. I'm fishing somewhere I haven't fished in about 7-8 years now, so we're all googed out. Let's catch some fish. Let's go hit this ledge up here right now, see what we can find. Pretty nice ledge. I'm just gonna give it a quick drift or two, see what kind of life's on it. Take it from there. Keep dropping down on this ledge here. Now I'm 33 feet, so I'm gonna just try to find where I can find fish on this ledge. I started in about 27, so I'm guessing somewhere here I'll find life. I'm hoping I will. Never a good sign. Do that, not get a bite. Something's on there. Could this be my first flounder that I can legally keep? 2023. Only had to drive 8 hours for it. Looks like he might be a keeper, but I don't know. My eyes are not quite what they should be, probably. All right, the Long Island Sound flounder. 18.5 is the minimum size where I'm fishing, and I'm using a 4.5-inch Elias shad. I just gloved it up with some Procure because there's porgies and stuff like that around here. Let's take a quick measurement of that guy. I think that's going to be a keeper. Just about 20. My first New York flounder I've caught in quite a while. These are Fluke locally, so how do you know they're Fluke? They've got these oscillated spots on them, unlike the southern flounder. But cool, he was in about 35 feet of water. I'll get him on ice right now. I'm allowed to keep 4 of these a day. Probably just gonna keep 1 or 2, honestly, for my buddy that I'm staying with. Okay, that's good. That means I should probably be able to find quite a few Fluke then. Let me get on another ledge then. So I'm gonna go back to that ledge. I kind of want to go there if the weather really craps out on me and I want to be closer to the launch. But if the weather holds pretty steady, I'm gonna go push out just a little bit more. Yeah, this jig head's a 3/4 ounce VMC jig head. These are nice jig heads for most things that you'll need in life. And I've got about, I don't know, 4 feet of 20-pound leader. It's a barrel swivel. 20-pound braid on that spin fisher. And let's keep pushing out. I think this is Procure Menhaden. I don't know, flavor's washed away. Might have been going too fast. It's never a good thing. Could have just been bait on the bottom though. Yeah, all right, let me start a jigging. A quick drift here. Looks like I got a lot of loose structure to poke around. Fair amount of structure. Get stuck on. Hey, it's got something on it. We just found that out. Could be a sea robin. Is that what this is? Black sea bass. It's not even hooked. It's just grabbing onto the tail. Wind against tide stuff's hard too. Sea bass. Alright, so black sea bass have to be 16.5 here, and these are like 14. This one's probably like 14 or 15, but yeah, 16.5 is what we gotta go for, which is a decent sized sea bass for the most part, you know. A lot of sea bass out deep, it seems like. No barracudas here though. Oh no, how could I forget? All right, that's a sea robin, quintessential fish in the New York, New Jersey region. Spiky, kind of cool, but you know, it could be a kind of a pest, but they are beautiful. You don't see too many of them. Kind of forget about them a little bit. I don't get too many sea robins where I live. All right, moving out to 46 now. I might go to a heavier jig head in a second because it's getting deep. And I'm feeling like a couple taps on the porgies, but they can't really grab it. So I'm not really too crazy about catching porgies today. It's pretty cool. Let's see the size of this one. 16.5 is the minimum we need. It'd be cool to keep one or two. Gonna guess this guy's probably 16 inches. He's gotta be like 16, he's close. Yeah, I mean, if you measure it to this part, he's 17, but I ain't messing with that. That's okay. Still cool. This one does look good. Wow, this is a giant rock, actually. Like this. You get bit by something on this thing, man. Definitely comes off the bottom quite a bit. Might not be big, whatever's here, but there should be something on this rock. Pretty fish, man. Right, 16.5. I think this guy should definitely make it. Woohoo! Look at us. Keeper black sea bass. The first one was questionable. This one's definitely over 17. You know. Here we go. Look at that. Keeper sea bass too. I like that. Kind of fun. I really wanted to go reef fishing today, but I didn't know where to launch and I don't have all my permits in order. But I got myself a 17-inch black sea bass. It's not giant, but that's pretty cool. That first sea bass, like, he was just barely clearing that 16.5-inch mark, so I don't want to mess with that. But this one is, you know, well over that 17. I always like to go a ½ inch over just in case there's some pool shrinkage in the cooler. All right, got another set of rocks here. This actually reminds me of the patch reef stuff in the Keys more than anything, which is a lot of fun. All right, next rock. Got a bite. Literally moving rocks. One rock to another. Looks like a nice fish. I think another sea bass probably. Oh, that's a nice one, man. Oh yeah, that head shake felt pretty good. Yeah, boy. This is just fun, relaxing, great eating fish. This is definitely another keeper out here. Gotta look for them, but they're here. Just packing up to leave this spot, and this guy he's over 20 inches basically. It's a nice one. That's my biggest one out of Long Island Sound. And yeah, I'll take that. A lot of fun, just fun bottom fishing, man. Can't beat it. Cannot beat doing this sort of fishing. That 3/4 ounce VMC jig head's really perfect. What a crazy and beautiful fish, man. Still enjoy the simplicity of jigging a black sea bass. how beautiful they are and how peaceful all this is right now. So cool. Really fun summer day to do that. All right, let's bleed this guy out and get him on ice. I'm gonna push up to some shallower rocks. We'll see what's over there. This might be more scup, might be more small bluefish, might be more fluke. It's where we might see the odd striped bass, a little bit of luck too. It's also just getting a little lumpy out, so I want to get back up towards the beach. Man, I checked three forecasts last night. I checked windy, fish weather, and wind finder. Wind finder had northwest winds all day, which had me uncomfortable. Windy said it was going to turn south, and it already turned south. So windy was, I'd say, the closest of the three I looked at. And fish weather also had it kind of on the northwest side as well. So it's like, check the wind apps. Some are better in certain locations too when it comes to those wind apps. So like by me where I live, I typically do have better luck with windy, but I've also had some bad luck with windy in certain areas. So especially on the Finger Lakes, I find windy to be really not the best of the apps for the Finger Lakes. So it's like, you know, it never hurts to cross-reference and check a bunch of them. I don't use the NOAA stuff. I haven't used that in a while, but windy, wind finder, and fish weather are the three I typically look at and kind of mix and match. Did chance it today, because if today really stuck out of the north and was strong north, yeah, it would have sucked, but it's south right now. My old pal, the jet skis, are out. I think what I'll do the next couple days is I'll go look for maybe some big bluefish or striped bass. Maybe I'll, you know, do some fluking as well. Probably mix it up with all those. But I'm gonna probably just take it nice and enjoyable fishing, right? Just fishing structures, little plastic pedal boat, see what I could catch. So nothing too serious. Yeah, that spin fisher and that Fenwick HMG are a great little combo, man. They're not that expensive either. HMG is $100, maybe 120, and the spin fisher's 150. But they're really reliable. The only thing that HMGs do like to explode if you high stick them. Okay, next spot right here. A lot of bait here. It's gonna be, get ready. I think the sea robin invasion has come for me. I think sea robins probably. Oh, it's scup. Come on. My old best friend. Scup on a paddle tail. These are porgies. They're okay to eat. They aren't my favorite, but they'll keep you busy on a summer day. And that's the screen just covered with them. I figured these shallow rocks would have a lot of them right now. Sea robins too, huh? All right. Not keepers, but you know, it's kind of cool to see them in the shallower water too. I've caught some keepers over the years in shallow water, but typically keepers always better for the sea bass. Cool. I think this is like scup heaven out here. It sure looks like it is. There is no shortage of scup getting ready to attack my jig on the drop here. But you never know, could be something else. Got him. Oh my goodness. Good fish. Oh my goodness. That's a great fish. That's on a paddle tail. That's not a sea bass, I don't think. Is it? It's a giant one. Oh, hello, Fluke. My second keeper, but listen guys, I actually have enough meat for the day, so I wouldn't need another keeper fluke. That's the second one though. And I've got like clouds and clouds of scup here. So he fooled him in between all those scup. So that's awesome. All right, that's another nice fish. 20 inches or so. I think we're gonna let him go though. Another day. Oh man. That was a second keeper fluke there. That was the scenario of this whole rock is covered in scup, and just having something meatier helped a lot right there. I'm casting up ahead of this boulder. There's almost no current here, so I'm gonna work it back into the boulder. Try to not hook any scup in the mix. Missed that fish. That was a good fish. No! I think I'm gonna lose my first jig for the day. Finally lost one lure today. Pretty inexpensive day. One jig head finally down. Had a bite the first cast too, which sucked. And you know, I was flirting closely to the structure there. Before you know it, you're in it. My camera seems to be overheating. I did get one more fluke. It's 1 o'clock already, so give it a nice 5-6 hours. I got a lot of little bluefish around too, but kind of want to stay away from those guys. I don't know what I got here. Bluefish. Public enemy number 1. Oh, that was due to land one, I think, right? I'm gonna try to find the bigger ones this week, I think. I don't know, it can be hard to find in the summer, but sometimes they're around. They're usually a lot of fun. Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. Thanks, pal. This is the size that'll injure you really good. Boy, that was a lot of fun. It's getting hot out now, though. Well, I think this is gonna wrap it up for me. If you like the video, consider hitting the like button and the subscribe button. I don't do much of that, but you can check the video description for links to everything used. I only lost one jig head jigging around these rocks today. I'm still bouncing around a little bit. I'm hoping to find a weak fish for 2, but I think that might not be in the cards for me. That's kind of what I'm sticking around for. I don't think I'm finding any of those guys today. So, hey, that's still a pretty good day of summer bottom jigging, man. I had a great time doing that. So, we'll be up here for about a week total. So, every day looks pretty fishable. So, maybe we'll catch a couple more. Yeah, cruising over the clouds of scup, man. Scup, scup, scup. Basically a pinfish, right? But you know, they've saved many days, and they're not bad to eat either. When I used to guide years ago, they were great fun for kids. So all right guys, appreciate everyone watching. I'll catch you with you on the next video.